everybody, welcome to the Josh Already Does It. Just kidding. Dad Challenge Podcast. Thanks for joining me today. We're doing part 2 of yesterday's video that was continuing on because it was just too long. So we're going through old videos of Alicia, and actually today we're going to go through some old ones that Quesadilla Gate has put out, and a couple of this one guy on TikTok who's trolling them, but at the same time we got to look at why it's happening and how gross it is. Like, it's insanity what she's allowing out there about her children and who can comment and do whatever they want. Alicia has put her kids in the spotlight without their consent. That's all of what child exploitation is about these kids online on YouTube and social media. They don't get a say. And this is what they have to deal with, okay? And it's gonna get crazier and worse for these children, okay? So, let's go. So yesterday we talked about the Watergate. We brought Mark on. We talked about their septic system and the fact that they were willing to break the law to wash their clothes, but then they admit that it's just because whoever pees their pants all the time and it just gets gross. And they refuse to just do something about it when they have more money than most people will ever have in their entire lives. In 1 month, they make that much money. And refuses to just fix things. Why? And so today it's more like that. They refuse to fix the things. They're refusing to fix the issues with their children being bullied online, okay? And one of those issues is this guy right here, teenager, and teenagers are gonna teenage. Okay, that's what they do. And this kid has not very many followers. Looks like he might be within the circle or go to the same school system. I don't know. It looks like he makes fun of a lot of people online on his TikTok, but he makes fun of Dougherty and other families. But this is what happens. Now, he's just kind of snarking in a teenage perspective, but he's snarking on the teenagers, which I would never do because they're the victims, right? He does the issue with Alex and them being bullied online on TikTok and stuff like that is that they're being bullied by other teenagers who are targeting them because they're famous, right? They don't know that these kids are the victims. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure some people have said that Alex doesn't act like a victim. He's like, he loves his fame and everything else, and he flexes on it, and he sends things, if it's true, what's on Reddit and everything else, that Alex is just a normal teenager doing teenage things, but it's going to come back to bite him on the ass someday, okay? But what happens is they get targeted at school. Like, remember we did Not Enough Nelsons? The kid doesn't even want to go to school anymore because she's bullied, because she's a famous kid on YouTube and gets bullied for it. These kids all get bullied. And Alicia came out the other day, she said, my kids don't get bullied. Are you out of your mind? We see it on TikTok. Alicia will post one video with Alex and it'll all be about this plumber, or I don't even know where that came from, or like snackerty boards. Alex is the most targeted kid in this, and I guess he doesn't care. But at the same time, maybe I'm sure, and you know what? They throw it off like he doesn't care. I'm sure he doesn't. He absolutely cares. Kids care. Adults care. Everybody cares. And Alicia doesn't seem to care. She doesn't filter those comments. She doesn't delete anything. Sometimes she hearts them. And sometimes she comments on them. And it's gross. But this is what happens when you make your kids famous on YouTube. You ready? This is this kid doing a video.
Dougherty doesn't roll call. Alex, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a plumber.
A what?
A plumber, yeah. Good. All right, James, what do you want to be when you...
Now, this plumber thing has come out. Is it because Alex said something inappropriate? I don't know where that came from. I don't know what happened, but it sounds like he's making fun of a thing that Alex might have said in jest, and that's where the plumber thing came from? I don't know.
I want to be a vet and, save all the animals and, do good for the world. No. You're off script. No.
Serious?
For a week. Oh. Okay.
I don't know. There's no iPad for a week or something like that.
Honey, call the adoption center. All right, Nevaeh?
So I don't know if you saw that. So there at the end there, you say Nevaeh, and then he shows what's a meme. It looks like a guy is masturbating another guy. Okay. Now that right there at the end is what should get you. But don't forget that Alex is being made fun of, and and this guy is pointing out that James is probably the least favorite and gets, targeted that way. Okay. Because James has the biggest heart and everything else, but also he's the most ignored for some reason. But when he said the Nevaeh thing, and then they put that video of the fake masturbation video, that should piss you guys off. That right there, this guy should be banned from TikTok for doing that. Because it's not Nevaeh's fault for being on this channel. Okay, Nevaeh didn't choose this. It was chosen for her by Alicia and her mom. Now, I think there are some other things happening behind the scenes with Nevaeh and Deshawn, and I'm just waiting for confirmation about this thing. But if it's true, what I've heard, man, shit's about to hit the fan. Okay? Like, about to hit the fan. And she knows what she does. And Nevaeh is just a normal teenager doing normal teenage things. And a lot of people are like, why are you commenting on how they dress and everything else? And it's just like, because that's how teenagers dress. And I get it. That's how they do dress. But it's a different world when you are putting that same girl who might dress like every other teenager in front of millions and millions of people, which probably is like flooded with predators. Okay? It's just different. Girls can dress how they want. And that should be on the guy to choose how you're going to, you should raise your sons to be respectful and to rein in your own feelings. It's not on the woman to do something to mitigate a man's gaze or whatever. That's so stupid. I get what you're saying there. But you have to admit it is different when you're in front of millions and millions of people when it comes to minors, right? Well, I think we can all be there. So when he did that about Nevaeh, that is absolutely disgusting. But he just did it out in the open. And he's a teenager, fine. But you know that there are disgusting pedophiles. You know there's disgusting Plutos out there not doing that shit in secret. Or doing that all in secret. You know that there's disgusting Plutos out there doing that in secret too. And so that's just, that right there, all that does is show you what the population sees. And Alicia knows that and capitalizes on that. Okay, here's the other one he did. This is the most recent one he did.
Come shopping with me for Deshaun's 13th birthday. Deshaun turned 13 yesterday, so we're gonna get him a bunch of gifts for his birthday.
Can we stop recording?
Sorry, honey. Hold on, let me just get a few things and just a few things and what? Deshaun? Deshaun?
I finally escaped. Yeah!
So he says, I finally escaped. Yeah, so he's making fun. I get what they're saying here. They're saying Deshaun needs to get out of the house. And if you read the comments on that guy's TikTok, it's basically saying things like, why would they want to leave? They're spoiled. And here's the thing. Teenagers don't get it. And I don't expect them to get it. But a lot of teenagers will be like, I'd love to be in a place where I'm spoiled. Really? I think a lot of teenagers, and this is why teenagers shouldn't be able to make consent for these things, because they have no idea. Just buying someone something doesn't equal love. And then you got some other teenagers saying, no, that's not love. That's not it. I don't know who Zaddy796 is. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that means. The reason I bring these videos to your attention is because this is the outcome of exploiting your children online, right? You might get riches and fame and everything else, but your kids suffer a different level of consequences than you ever will. Because if you ever been to high school, and they have been to high school, okay, have you ever been to school at all in general? This is unheard of. It's unprecedented. These kids cannot enjoy a normal life because Alicia and Josh exploit them for cash. So Quesadilla Gate dropped this too. And it's like another video about the oversharing of what Dougherty does. So this is, I'll have to reiterate what she's saying to you.
Mom, I'm not going to eat dinner. Okay. No.
So the kid's saying, I don't want to eat dinner. Well, too bad. I need a video of you making dinner. So Alicia just showed you right there in this video that she coerces her children or forces them to do this. No, you're doing it. The kid just said, I don't want to. And Alicia's like, no, you're doing it. To the end.
Okay. You need 3 eggs? Go to the bowl, see my son wants me there.
Is James making eggs on an open flat top stove? There's no pan there. What am I looking at? I could be wrong. It looks like he's basically frying eggs on a flat top. That's not what they're for, right? I mean, I've had flat tops before. You don't cook on the flat top surface, right? Right? He's cooking on the flat top. Unless I'm just missing something.
Nearly walked out of their appointment. No, put it back. This man walks in the room, clearly has no idea who these kids are.
Okay, sorry, I missed what Alicia said. I missed what Alicia said. Listen to what Alicia says. I nearly walked out of their appointment.
No, put it back. This man walks in the room, clearly has no idea who these kids are, thinks that I'm their, biological mom.
This man has no idea, walks in the room, thinks that I'm their biological mom.
And, because they've not been to the doctor in forever.
Because they haven't been to the doctor in forever, she says.
Starts off, the first thing he says is how needs to lose weight.
The first thing he says is how someone needs to lose weight.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a doctor. What do you mean you're sorry what? What?
Tell a freaking 12-year-old girl that they need to lose weight. She's perfect. Don't freaking say that to someone who asks you.
Why is Alicia doing this on camera? Nana, you son of a bitch, she's agreeing with her.
Look on her paperwork, battles depression, cuts herself, has self-coping
Is she saying has depression, cuts herself, and everything else? She's saying this on a live.
mechanisms, is going through trauma. Like, freaking read the paperwork.
Oh my God, Alicia. Alicia just said, read the paperwork, doctor. She's blaming this doctor for not understanding everything. She's going through all this trouble. She's admitting all this on camera, by the way, and still, but thinks it's okay to tell the world this in a live? You're telling the entire world this on a live. That she cuts, that she's this and that and overweight and all this. You're just as bad, if not worse, than that doctor. Okay? The doctor might just have a terrible bedside manner. The doctor's job is to tell you what to fix. So maybe they're rude about it, but then you're like, I can't believe this. And then telling the world about the doctor's appointment.
Yeah. I was so fired up.
I was so fired up.
Ben said she's gotta go get her blood tested
Who's smashing shit?
for cholesterol. She's gotta go to a nutritionist. She needs to be exercising. Oh, I freaking lost it.
You didn't lose it, Alicia, you damn liar.
There's more I can't even get into right now.
Oh, there's more, is there?
I will never set foot in that doctor's office again.
Good. Okay, cool. So, because your doctor didn't do something you agree with, you're just not going to let your kid have a doctor? Do you know how hard it is to find a doctor? I don't know if it's the same in the States, but it's hard to find a doctor here. So basically, as the doctor said your child wants to check their cholesterol, that they need to lose weight, you're never going to go see that doctor again? Why don't you just have a conversation with the doctor, say, hey, that was highly inappropriate. You need to read their file. Can you be a little bit more careful in the future? You need doctors, Alicia. That's 1980s, like your eyeliner? Chill. I can't believe Alicia here is clutching her pearls about a doctor being a doctor while she does what she does on the internet. Who is smashing shit?
Tell girls they need to lose weight. What say that?
How old was this now?
Old school.
He was old.
Pretty sure James is cooking on a hot and smashing the glass top stove. And that's why they had to get a new stove.
Never say that to a girl. Never.
You never say it to a girl. What are you talking about? It's a doctor, man. Have you ever met a doctor before? They're literally supposed to tell you what to do so you don't die. They're not there to be your friend, not hold your hand, be like, well, let's see. I'm going to make a hint suggestion. I'll draw it out on this paper, then do that. No, they're there to tell you what to do. The doctor sees something problematic inside your child, and they're like, look, you want them to be healthy. This is what you need to do for your child to be healthy. Okay? And she's mad about that? Are you out of your mind? And you're putting it on video?
Who body shapes in today's world? I know.
Ew, did she just say unbelievable in today's world? While she exploits children for cash on YouTube? You are such a terrible hypocrite for saying that. Are you out of your mind?
Okay, you done? All right.
Now,
Alex!
What?
Leave her alone or I'll beat you. And she'll beat you.
Nana, shut your hole. Did Nana just threaten to beat some dude who's 6'4"? Maybe she's jokingly saying that, but I don't think so. Nana, relax. It's not your child. Don't do that. Don't say you're going to beat somebody on a job. Again, this is another thing about this whole adoption process. You go to this home and they don't have the right septic. They don't have fire extinguishers. They don't have enough bedrooms. They don't have enough space. They have a home that's not built for 14 people, right? Then when they see a video where Nana's threatening to beat one of these children, do they not care? Does Alicia know somebody at CPS? Does she know somebody high up at CPS? Is that what's going on here? Like Alicia has like a worker that all these things get filtered to, and the worker is just like, I know what she's doing, so I don't give a shit. If that's the case, and that comes out that Alicia knows a worker and the worker is ignoring these things, I'm pretty sure that worker could be sued by these kids by the bio parents maybe too. Does Alicia's worker know what's going on? And if she does, why is she not doing anything about this? That's something to look into. I honestly believe that, you know, if you have this many kids, you have a worker, right? And you develop a relationship with these workers. And maybe this worker is someone who loves Alicia and all that stuff and tries to get her all these things and just overlooks all this shit. Because if that's the case, that's another CPS failure. Be interesting to see.
I can make you cry like a little girl.
Nana, get lost. You break your hip walking down the stairs. Chill, Nana. It can make you cry like a little girl. Didn't they just say you don't say stupid shit to... You should never say that to a girl. And then Nana 2 seconds later says, I'll make you cry like a little girl. Ooh, make it make sense, Nana. You son of a bitch.
No.
And I'm gonna do the dog style on you.
You say you're gonna do the doggy style on me?
No. I'm so...
No, you can do the dog style.
Okay.
He
So he's to start talking.
said that you're gonna do the doggy style on your girlfriend.
Someone just said, he said you're going to do the doggy style on your girlfriend. There are little kids in this room. And then a little kid laughed at that. I don't know who's talking. That did not sound like a kid who wasn't even in puberty yet. That wasn't a kid with a deep voice. That was someone said, I know someone's do doggy style on their girlfriend. They said that out loud. Nana's there. There are little kids there. They're all saying this. Oh my God. This video right here is the epitome of the Dougherty dozen. Okay? This one was probably deleted a long time ago. And she didn't want you seeing this. But listen to what we're hearing in this whole conversation. This is a normal... I don't know if she knows she's recording, but oh my God.
Now I'm the doggy style on you.
What are you talking
I am recording, people.
See, I'm recording! And she still put that on the internet.
What is he talking about?
Wholesome channel here.
She doesn't even... Okay, so it was a kid who was not older, talking about doggy style and girlfriend. It's a kid who's not even... doesn't even sound like a teenager yet. And she's just laughing it off. Wholesome, I'm recording. Are you kidding me? If one of my children were to say that about another female, like if Weston would to say, like, as a 10-year-old or something, would say that, I'd be like, excuse me? Sit down right now. Look me in my eyes. Never again are you ever to say something like that. We don't talk about that stuff. I don't know where you heard that. It's unacceptable. Timeout time. Right? I would have a full-fledged conversation with my son about that. She's laughing about some kid who is maybe 11 or 12 talking with doggy style on the girlfriend, and she's only upset because she was recording it. You can't make it up, folks. Alicia, I hope I see you in court someday. I hope that this video gets played in front of a judge someday.
God, that was all him. He needs to freaking open his mouth when he's talking.
That's Alex that you're hearing. And it doesn't even phase everything. This is their conversations that they have. I'm sorry. You've got kids in there with probably SA histories and things like that, and you're allowing kids to talk about dogging style on people and all this stuff. Alicia, you have failed in so many levels, and now the failures just keep compounding. You should absolutely be ashamed of yourself. Get off the internet. You're done. Okay, so they are using the flat top on the stove. What's Grandpa doing, man? Grandpa, what are you doing? Papa, no! What are you doing?
Yeah, but hold on. No. You want to cook it first, and then put it in your burrito.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is
Like this woman doesn't use the same knife to cut her 12 cents.
not in service at this time.
Anyway, that was funny. Okay. And then one more video, I think still by Quesadilla Gate over on YouTube, but more problematic stuff and oversharing. So let's just continue through this. I can't believe what I just watched, by the way. I never saw that video. I knew it was circulating, but I've never seen her and I've never heard the conversation that happened in the background. So Alicia giving away all the pertinent information about the doctor's office visit and everything else about her kid who cuts and is depressed and all this kind of stuff and is more worried about the doctor said lose weight. Currently at that moment, when she said she's never going back there, she doesn't have a doctor anymore. And you know Alicia is not going to just spend her time on the phone looking for another doctor. Okay? That should speak volumes. People who are watching this, adoption agencies and everything else watching this, and CPS, she's admitting on camera things that she shouldn't be admitting. Okay? Also, then some kids talking about doggy style on a girlfriend while all the little kids and adopted kids are around, some of which who have SA traumas in their life. Okay? And that's just normal conversation at the house? Are you out of your mind? Let's continue down this shit list, shall we?
Are they all yours?
Yeah, thank you.
I will push his cart.
They all yours?
That's the way God gave them to me.
God didn't give you these children. God doesn't make mistakes. Okay? The state gave you these children. The state made mistakes. You have no reason, no business whatsoever having these kids in your home. Your home isn't even a place that is safe for these children for a few reasons. You don't have a proper working septic system, which means these kids are likely living in filth. And don't forget, when she talks about pumping out the laundry into the neighbor's yard, that is toxic human waste, by the way, everybody. If she's just washing piss clothes, that means that the off water, the gray water coming out of the laundry, is piss and water that she's pumping into her neighbor's yard. Okay, that's human waste. That's disgusting. So the home doesn't have enough for everybody to have showers. You can't do dishes. They're eating off paper plates their entire life. They're eating toxic bullshit all day long. Their lives are being shared and overshared online without their permission and their consent. Likely they're signed to lifetime contracts with a criminal. And CPS has no problem with this. That's why I'm going to go back to what I said. I honestly believe Alicia is in cahoots with whatever CPS agency or person that she's working with. Something is up. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I don't know if you heard the cashier, but she said, "Are they all yours?" And I said, "Yes." And that's what I always say, because I feel like it's not right to say, "Oh no, these ones are biological, these ones are adopted, these ones are foster." No.
What? What? You say that all day long on your channel about who's what and where and who and when and why. What do you mean it's not appropriate? So some strange lady at Walmart who doesn't know you from Adam, who you'll never see again, who doesn't have any meaning whatsoever in your life, you care that she thinks that? Not the 5 million people you have on TikTok? This woman is absolutely bonkers. There's nothing else. Hello, McFly!
You're staying in my house. You're technically under my care, and
Technically under the care. You should put care in quote care.
I'm gonna just say you're mine instead of exposing any story to.
Instead of exposing stories, did she say that? I'm gonna have aneurysm. I need my swear pillow. Where's my swear pillow? Is she? She says these words, right? She knows she's saying the words, but then does the other thing.
Random strangers
To random
check out.
Oh, to random strangers check out, but not, you're cool with random strangers on the internet that are hidden, that you can't see with your eyes, the predators. So she oh my God. I'm not going to tell my story to a random stranger at Walmart, but I'll tell my story to a random stranger, to 5 million random strangers on the internet. That's fine though. Oh my God.
Random strangers.
So many kids.
Can you do, oh nice, this person put this together, thank you.
In our house, so let's turn the sound up. You know why? I think it's time for a grand team roundup.
Is this the same day? Is she wearing the same sweater? Okay, she's not, okay. So she just said, I'm not going to tell my story to a random stranger at Walmart about who's adopted and who's not. But here's the video for 5 million people. Oh my God.
Right to say, "Oh no, these ones are biological, these ones are adopted, these ones are foster." No, you're staying in my house. You're technically under my care, and I'm gonna just say you're mine instead of exposing any story to strangers.
I love you who put this video together. I love you. This one got a lot of people pissed off. Pretty sure she's saying, wait, there's triplets? And she's claiming that they're triplets. And what she calls them here, look. Our adopted twins and biological son are all born in 2014 in our own side grade. That doesn't make them triplets. They're literally born in the same year, so they're triplets. The Oreo triplets checking out the new house last night, even in Oreo order. So the 2 black babies and the white baby in the middle. So when I say things like, it sounds like she's being racist to a degree for certain things that she does, this is what I'm talking about. So when Alicia, if we ever get to see a judge, and I hope we do, I hope she does sue me, okay? And they're going to say, well, Josh, you made a claim that she was racist. Yeah. Well, just going to bring up this post and show the judge. She calls them Oreo twins. Don't you think that's a little bit, could be construed possibly, maybe taken for a little bit racist, maybe, just maybe a little bit? And even made the emojis. Oh my God.
Hey
girl, you should take them to Black Barbour so you can figure out their hair type.
So I wanted to answer this because I have tried repeatedly to bring my twins to a Black Barbour, and I am repeatedly shunned by the entire barbershop. They won't look at me. They won't deal with me. They won't take my twins.
You're a liar. You're a damn liar. And you're where you live, no one will cut your baby's hair. No one will cut the twins' hair. Why are you lying about this?
We will stand there for an hour being completely ignored.
Yeah, I believe you. What a liar. And you didn't film that? Yeah, interesting. Interesting to film those things.
So yeah, I'm kind of hoping now that the twins' dad is staying out of jail that he can be the one to bring them.
I'm not telling my kids' stories to random strangers at Walmart. There it is, right there. Now that my bio kid's dad is staying out of jail, maybe he can help out around the house a little bit. Did you just say that? Did you just say that?
Because they would not even give me the time of day.
It gives you the ick because of a few things, right? If the twins' dad is a person that's in jail all the time, maybe no more. Nope. You don't get to see them. If they were burned and their scalp and everything like you said they were before, why would you let those people be around them again? You out of your mind? Because they need haircuts?
Instead of exposing any story to random strangers. Okay.
Interesting.
We would need an hour to list them all, but...
Could you talk about other diagnoses that your children have if they're comfortable with that? See, the commenter who's a douchebag for even asking this, Kayla V6, you can kiss the inside of my colon, right? Right on the inside. After I eat Taco Bell. Okay, that's what you get for asking a question like this. Who the F asks this? And then she answers it. So not only you're not realizing that there are strangers on the internet wondering about shit like this, you're gonna answer them?
Here are the top of the list. Fetal alcohol syndrome, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, reactive attachment disorder, OCD,
Autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, gastroparesis,
sleep disorders. Come on, chime in.
He doesn't know.
Pica,
oh boy, yeah. Anemia, asthma.
bipolar disorder, mood disorder, impulse control disorder,
PTSD.
So you're admitting your children have post-traumatic stress disorder, and then you have people saying things about doggy style and a girlfriend in the kitchen. Yeah, you don't see. Yeah, is CPS watching this shit? Is the fostering aid and adoption agency watching this shit? You're gonna tell everybody about all the disorders your children have, and then show what you guys talk about in your home, and then you're gonna break the law too? Cool, man. Wow.
PTSD.
I forgot. Chromosome disorders, food disorders, hypotonia, maculature. I don't even know what any of this. Low IQ?
You're getting stuff.
no, you named a lot of them.
Those are the main ones.
She's like, oh, here's the ones I forgot. Make sure I put those on text in a TikTok on this channel. My kids have low IQ. You're going to say that?
He moved in a little over a year ago.
Tell us about something. I notice he's older in the height, bio-sister, and he smiles are so heartwarmingly open. Is it CPTSD?
Oh, they were 8 and 10 at the time. Is older, and he is the same size as. When they moved in, I took them both for full psych evals. I also had the school district do
Alicia did not blur the diagnosis on the original video.
a full evaluation. You put all of those evaluations together over the past 12 years.
Look, guys, stand still for a second. Take a breath. And look what we're looking at. Alicia is putting her children's full medical diagnosis in a TikTok where she's doing a green screen over top of it. So the whole wall behind Alicia is her children's diagnosis. Man, I can't wait to get in front of a judge with this shit. I cannot wait. Let's go, everybody.
And
oh my God.
That's his full list of diagnoses. He is small because he has a chromosome 2 duplication, which also displays very similar to autism. He has full fetal alcohol syndrome as well.
And so she's sitting here admitting this. And then in the same breath, we can watch a video, just one simple video, which isn't even a quarter of what she probably put on the internet about her drinking. Okay, so you are admitting right on camera that your kid has full fetal alcohol syndrome, and yet you drink around them a lot. What else should we glean from that, Alicia? What permission do I have to glean? What should I take away from that? That you're a good mom? Should we all, is that something that screams, I'm a good mom? That my kids have fetal alcohol syndrome and I drink a lot around them? Is that something that is normal?
He has RO PTSD, add in low IQ genetics, severe trauma, attachment.
Low IQ genetics? So you're saying because his parents have low IQ, he's going to have it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to have low IQ at all. She just wants, this is Munchausen syndrome by proxy, everybody. Alicia needs to be put in prison for this shit. I mean, it's not even snark anymore, everybody. You should not be allowed to have children in your home when you do this. If you do this on the internet, you should immediately have the CPS and the adoption agencies and fostering agencies approaching you and saying, you need to take this shit down immediately. And they should be setting up lawsuits for these children. Immediately know what she's doing here. And look at her, and she got that face. And it's, we're such good people for doing this.
Disorder. He was dealt the worst deck of cards in life.
Okay, and so now he's at a place where you're going to tell the entire world about his history and his everything. He was dealt the worst deck of cards in his life. So why don't you let him keep that private if he wants to keep that private? You're making his future worse now. People who struggle with this stuff, right? Me, my family, maybe he doesn't want the world to know later. Maybe he doesn't want his future wife to know this later. College professors, his bosses. Maybe he doesn't want this out in the world. I have genetically low IQ. You want everybody to know that? It is his story to tell if he wants to or not. But now it's not. You took that away from him. You took that away from all of your children. You disgusting, low-life piece of trash.
And yet he wakes up every single morning happy, full of life, and full of enthusiasm and love.
Look at that creepy-ass clown smile. You know what? Maybe you just say that. Hey, you know what? He's come from some issues, like most kids in adoption and fostering situations. But you know what? He wakes up every day full of love and happiness. The end. None of your business. Like this video. None of your business. It's none of your business.
This is dermatology face cream. Couple things. So I'm going to pick those up at the pharmacy drive-thru.
Why are you filming the pharmacy drive-thru?
They usually have all our stuff in a basket here waiting for us. Just like at the post office.
Shut up.
It's the Dougherty treatment.
Okay, so I got.
Okay.
So she's talking about the medicine. She's filming what medicine they have. I mean, she's done a video about what her kids take. She did an entire video sorting through the meds and what her kids take. So it doesn't matter. She's done this multiple times.
Oh, okay, good.
I honestly wonder, though, if Alicia does sue me, and if this does get in front of a judge and everything else, and we get to show these types of videos, what people who are in the echelons of law would actually think of this. I'm so curious to see what a judge would think about this. Like, you're literally sharing all the oversharing of everything. I want to know. I mean, a judge probably has to look at it from a legal standpoint, but I mean, personally, I wonder what's going to go through their head.
Yep.
Famotidine.
Yep. Okay.
Because she wants you to be like, oh my God, you're such a good mom. You memorized the names of 400 medications. Like, how are you so good at doing mom things? She's not, everybody. She's good at virtue signaling. You know what? All these people who support Alicia, just had a thought. Man, I would love to just talk to some diehards. And I want those diehards to admit this on camera. You are diehard about Alicia and you think what she's doing is okay. I want you to get your parents on the phone and tell every embarrassing story about your childhood. How you pissed the bed or what medicines you took or what medical conditions you have. I want you to say, anybody who watches Dr. Desmond who supports them, I want you to start telling everybody about your medical conditions. I want every embarrassing story about you ever exist in picture and everything on the internet. You know, you guys don't have to endure that. These kids have to endure that for the rest of their lives because Alicia's here making millions of dollars doing it. You savages who do that.
I thought I had one more for maybe it's too soon. You gotta get air peppersol Abilify ready. So that is my excuse to run across the street and grab some coffee. Parenting 10 children.
Yeah, this is the video we did.
It means there are a lot of medications, vitamins, and supplements to sort out. While some have medical needs like gastroparesis, many of our children adopted from foster care battle bipolar genetics combined with their PTSD. 9 of our 10 children are diagnosed with ADHD, as are myself and my husband. So there are 11 of us in this house that are medicated for ADHD.
So she's admitting there. And so if they ever get on camera, if they're ever getting upset about me talking about her taking ADHD medicine and drinking at the same time, there's your proof right there. I take ADHD medication. I don't take it every day, but I take it when I need to be, focusing in on work and trying to focus. I don't like taking drugs, but yeah, there's nothing shameful about taking medication for ADHD at all. It actually helps a lot of people. Okay. But there is a problem when on the label on most ADHD, I'd say almost all, probably 100% of them, you're not supposed to drink with any medication. Okay. And she has shown herself on camera drinking every day.
6 of our adopted children have this diagnosis. However, only 3 of them exhibit the behaviors anymore. So, has this pretty much every single person in my house has an anxiety disorder.
Everybody in your house has anxiety. I wonder why that is. Gee, Alicia, I wonder why they have anxiety. Could it be because your house is literally chaos 24 hours a day? That could probably be a little bit, right? Maybe it's the diet they feed them? Anxiety. Yeah. Interesting.
Surprise.
No, it's not a surprise. Those socks are still dirty.
And one of the anxiety things is that she's gonna get her period at any moment, any time, and she's not gonna know. So she wears period underwear every day.
What the farts is wrong with you? Why? What type of human being? A mother. Let's not even say mother. What type of human being sits in front of a camera and says, my daughter doesn't know she's getting a period, so she wears period underwear every day? And who in their right mind would ever say that to the public? Alicia has some kind of disorder in her brain that she can't discern that she's talking to a camera in front of millions and millions of people. It's mind-blowing that she's allowed to do this.
I'm telling you this not to be weird. I'm telling you this because
why?
In case you have a kid like mine.
Oh, it's for awareness, everybody. There you go. Bring it in. Page 652 of the Family Vlogging Ass Manual. Say some really private things about your children that they never want on the internet and say that you're raising awareness. It's important to say this because you're an asshole and you need to make sure that you're trying to not be an asshole. That's in the margin there. You're an asshole for doing that. Raising awareness. F off. You think doctors are for?
And that can help you.
What?
Underwear. It's just normal underwear, right? Makes all the difference.
You ass face McCheese. The White Claw. There it is. While folding laundry.
In case you're wondering why I have White Claw in my bedroom, I can't keep it in the garage anymore. It was just disappearing.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait to show this one to a judge if it ever gets there. So your alcohol is disappearing. You have children in your home of fetal alcohol syndrome, and you don't keep your alcohol locked up? Real good parenting here. He was disappearing, and you're just like, oh, but you know what? So I hide it in my bedroom now. What? Again, that's why I think that she has connections with CPS. There's no way that CPS can watch this video and be like, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No problem.
Suspicious activity. So now it has to get locked in my room. Not what everyone keeps their...
Or you're just drinking more than you thought. How about that?
Instead of exposing any story to random strangers. Hi, so this is something we're still trying to figure out, even 5 years
Can I ask what something special is?
later. We've been in and out of specialists. When
See, again, another person asking really personal questions about someone else's children why do you need to know this? Why does anybody need to know what anybody on the internet's children have diagnoses are? Why do you even ask this? Why is it a human... what the f*** is wrong with you people? And that's just not Dougherty Dozens fans. That's all, everybody. Can you tell me about like even kids with rare genetics? Can you tell? No, it's none of your f***ing business. You want to know? Go talk to a f***ing doctor. How about that? If you want to know more about how these things exhibit and all that stuff, go speak to a professional. It's not these kids' responsibility to be your test subject or to answer your shitty questions. Why do you need to know?
and they have a sleep disorder. They sleep maybe 3 hours a night, even with a ton of medicine to help them sleep.
You medicate the shit out of your children when all you really have to be doing is taking them to therapy, taking them to doctors, and helping them, maybe giving them attention, parenting them properly. Alicia, instead of parenting her children, it sounds like she just medicates the shit out of them. That's so, guys, it's not that we're angry, and you should be angry, but it's not just that. This shit outraged people. This is so sad for these kids. But they get iPhones, okay, but they can't fucking sleep. They're medicated beyond anything I've ever seen. Look at the amount of medicine that they take. If the only way you can parent 12 kids is to make them medical zombies, they shouldn't be with you. That is not a life that these kids are. That's not a good life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's because she can't do it. She can't physically, mentally, anything, parent these kids properly. So she just medicates the living shit out of them.
And anxiety disorders, as well as attachment disorder and defiant disorder for... We are currently seeing neurogenetics to try and figure out if there's an underlying genetic condition going on. Thanks for the question.
Off. Oh my God. And don't forget, these kids are taking all these medicines as young kids, and their body's going to become adaptable to them, and then they're going to have to take more and take more and take more and take more. Don't forget, some of these kids probably come from fetal alcohol and probably are already addicted to drugs. And so you gotta be really careful with habit-forming drugs with children too. Oh, it's just, the more the wormhole we go down, the ones we don't snark on and Dougherty doesn't, the more hate I have in my heart for her. The more I realize that she's just the most disgusting person I've ever seen on the internet.
Sleep. They both have an undiagnosed sleep disorder that we've been trying to figure out for the past 5 years. They sleep about 3 hours a night.
Other than that, they're just on the go about all day, every day. They want to do sleep studies on them, but in order to get an accurate sleep study, they need to sleep 6
hours. And that has not happened. Even with 0.3 milligrams clonidine, 10 milligrams melatonin, and 100 milligrams gabapentin.
Are you saying that you're feeding your children 3 milligrams of clonidine, 10 milligrams of melatonin, and 100 milligrams of gabapentin to go to sleep and they can only sleep 3 hours? So whatever you're doing is not working. Okay? And you need to fix it because those kids are hurting because they're not getting enough sleep. It's gonna turn into way more disorders later. I'm so tired of watching this shit. I'm so sad for these kids because instead of helping them on the daily and they need more help, instead she does videos where she sits there and folds laundry for 2 hours or makes breakfast or goes shopping. Okay? This is what she does with her time. She spends 100% of her time on social media. The kids need help.
They only sleep 3 hours a night.
You just absolute dumpster fire of a human being. So you go, wow, no, like that video right there of all the Dr. Dozen videos I've ever done is going to stick with me forever. That's going to be it's going to live rent free in my head. All that. And that's just scratching the surface of videos that she has out there. Scratching the surface. You know, if she's done that, there's going to be way worse ones, way longer ones. Every single kid's diagnosis is going to be on the internet forever. She just gives it away for willy-nilly. Like, here's a question somebody asked me on TikTok. I have no idea who they are. You want to know personal information about my children's medical diagnosis? Well, here you go. What? And you know why she does it, everybody? It's not because she thinks she's good. It's because, and here, bring it in, everybody. Bring it all in. Why does she do it? Because she gets paid to do it. Her kids are her content. This shit that she says gets her views, which makes her money, which is exploitation. Shame on you if you continue to watch somebody like this. I don't care if it's a train wreck and it's like, I gotta watch it because it's a train wreck. No. Stop giving her your view. You are paying her to do this when you watch her videos. Stop! These kids need so much help and support. They need to be off the internet. They need to be protected. I'm so scared for the future of these children. It is getting out of hand and is only getting worse. And instead of her, owning up to being a shitty parent and for all the shit she put online, she could just take it all down. Right? Instead of her doing that, she wants to come hire $800 an hour lawyer to come after me. That's what she wants to do instead. She wants to spend the money that her kids made for her to come after somebody who calls her out instead of just fixing her problems. That's it. That's all you need to know about this person. She's not a good person. Because if she was a good person, she would just fix these things. Everybody take a huge breath. We're going to need it. Jeez. I can't believe there are people out there who've seen every bit of her content and still think that she's hung the moon. Still think she's a good person. And that's what's scary about the internet. That these people believe that these people are good people. And it's not just Alicia. It's all these family vloggers who have ever answered some stranger's question about their children's diagnosis. If you have ever done that, repent. Okay? Repent. Don't forget, Alicia claims she's a Christian. Un-effing believable. My kids are stealing alcohol. I guess better just hide it somewhere else then. But thank you guys for being here for these hard, tough conversations. That's not a happy, snarky video or anything like that, but one that has to be done. And I want to thank you for being here and being a voice with me and spreading this message. This is the video you spread. This is the one we talk about. You want to know how bad family vlogging is and how bad it can get? This is the video you watch. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being beautiful and valuable. Don't you forget. Forgive yourself. Don't fly flare. I'll see you tomorrow.